to another video. I am Pansy Johnson, and on this channel we talk about all things young professionals, encouraging, educating, and elevating young professionals. Okay, so today I was just thinking about topics that I wanted to talk about, and I thought, what other better topic to talk about than what makes a great leader? And so, me just being a leader myself as a young professional, I think that it's important to talk about those things. What really makes a great leader? And the first thing that crossed my mind is a lot of times we think that a title makes a great leader. And I'm here to tell you that it does not. It does not. Just because you hold a title, that does not make you a great leader. And I think that that's where people really mess up, because they get so wrapped up in this title. And sometimes people are great leaders and then they get a title and then it goes to their head, and yeah, a whole nother type of situation happens. But today I really want to talk about 5 skills that I think that a great leader should embody. And I have my notes here today, but the first thing before I jump into those 5 skills is I Googled leadership, and so let's talk a little bit about leadership. What does that look like? What, in my opinion, do I think a leader is? And so I Googled, what is a leader? And the definition that came up is, a leader is the person who leads or commands a group, organization, or country. So, for example, we have the president of the United States. He will be considered a leader. The CEO or president of a company will be considered a leader. Sometimes you have team leaders at your company. They're looked at as a person that holds a certain type of supervision over a certain group of people. And so that's what I look at as a leader. But I think it is so much more to that. I think it's so much more to a leader that we don't even talk about, right? It's more than just holding that title. Like I said, it's more than that responsibility. Like, what truly is a leader? What is that leader truly embodying? Like, I'm talking about like getting down to the nitty gritty. Like, who is that person? Are they truly a leader, or do they just hold a title? Yeah, let's talk about it. So, 5 skills that I think every great leader should have. The first one is communication. I think that every great leader should definitely be able to communicate, because communication is so important. And I think a lot of times we don't even realize how important communication is. I think as a young professional, I'm starting to notice how important it is in communicating. Like, I communicate daily, and so if you don't know how to communicate, you're in for a whole nother type of situation if you don't know how to communicate. And I've had leaders that did not know how to communicate. I actually had one leader that literally did not communicate with any of his associates. The only thing he did was demand for us to do certain things. And the only time that he would even communicate with us, even say hello, is if he needed something. So you can only imagine how their relationship really was, because he did not even see the importance of communicating with us, the importance of building that relationship, the importance of truly understanding us and listening to us and our needs. And so that brings me to the next one, listening. And so I think the second one is listening. I think that's the second most important thing. Like, as a leader, you should be able to listen to your associates to really understand their needs. Like, you can be a great communicator and not a great listener, right? Because you can be communicating with your associates, you can be doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, but you're not actually listening to what it is that they're saying. You're communicating with them, but you're not hearing them and you're not listening. So ensure that, yes, even if your skill is great communication, make sure that you're truly understanding and listening to what it is that your associates or the people that you're working with, or whoever as a leader that you're listening to, what it is that they need. The third one I would say is empathy. Empathy. Being in corporate, I have realized how important this area is. Right now where the inflation is at its highest. It's crazy. Like, people, you don't know what a person is going through. So I think as a leader, it's important to make sure that you empathize. Like, I understand you have a job. I understand that we all go to work, but make sure that you are empathetic to what people might be going through. Because one thing that I say, being kind is free. Being kind is free. It don't cost nothing to be nice to somebody. And I don't care what position you hold. I've seen the nicest of nicest leaders, and I've seen the nastiest leaders as well. So it costs nothing. I don't care who you are. Just strive to always be empathetic to anyone that you come in contact with, especially if you hold a title. The third thing is trust. I think as a leader, especially if you are leading a team, if you have a team of associates, if you actually are a supervisor at a company, you need the trust of your associates. If you are, if you have a team and they actually trust you, if they trust you, I mean, you baby, you got them. They would do anything for you. If you have a team that trusts you as a leader, they would do anything for you. I remember I had a great leader, and another thing he was very, very good at is we trusted him. Like, he literally will work. He was a great communicator. He would listen to us, and he will work alongside us if it needed. And another thing is, he had our trust. Like, at the time I was in college, and to this day, he was literally my best leader. I was in college, and I've never seen a leader have the trust so much that, y'all know, when you in college, you turned, okay, turn. And I would work, and literally, you could work 5 days, friend. I'm telling you, I'm not lying, y'all. I could work 5 days, 4 days, even though I didn't. I typically only worked like 3 days. I could work that many days, and if he called any of us on our team to come in, baby, we would come in, because you know what? We felt like we could trust him. We knew that if he needed us, it was a reason why he needed us. And we knew that if there was anything that we needed, if we needed him to work around our schedules or whatever the case was, he would do that. That's because, guess what? He built that trust with us. We knew that not only could he knew he could depend on us, we could depend on him as well. And so it's so vital. It's so important. And it makes a huge difference when you have a leader like that, and then you have a team that truly feels that they can actually trust their leader. And the last one, the fifth one, is lead by example. If you are a leader, you need to lead by example. What are you doing when the lights are off, right? What are you doing when the cameras are off? And what are you doing when your boss's boss is not watching you? Like, are you leading by example, or are you just, when the boss, they're auditing you, you on your P's and Q's, but other than that, the rules only apply here and there, or for some people? Like, no, you need to lead by example. And this is just only a certain example. You can't tell somebody to be on time and you coming in here super duper late every like, I barely see you, but you want me in office every week. How does that work? I mean, am I wrong? Or I'm not. Because, you just need to lead by example. You cannot ask your associates to do certain things, and that's not what you're doing. And I see a lot of leaders do that. And you wonder why, oh, my team, we need more team bonding. No, you need to lead by example. I mean, that's just what it is. And I think that when you start to lead by example, you're going to see how that impacts others, and others are going to want to do better, right? I think naturally if you're setting the example for your team and your associates. That is the 5 skills that every great leader should have. Communication, be able to listen, have empathy, put yourself in other people's shoes, trust, and always lead by example. Always be the standard, always set the standard. So yeah, I think that those are the things that make a great leader. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and also let me know, or actually drop in the comment section, what do you think makes a great leader? What do you think makes a great leader? See you in the next video. Peace.